I want to start with a question. And on the surface, it seems pretty simple, but trust me, it goes deep, and it goes deep fast. It's all about you, and maybe more importantly, it's about the kind of world you're building, one little action at a time.
So, to kind of set the stage here, just chew on this idea from Albert Schweitzer. He's not just saying that, being a good example is one way to influence people. Nope. He's saying it's the only way. That's a huge claim, right? And it's really the foundation for everything we're about to get into.
All right, here it is. The big question. And I want you to really take a second and think about this. If the entire world was suddenly populated with billions of copies of you, people who think like you, talk like you, act like you, would you actually want to live in that world?
Now, I know that's a pretty big, abstract thing to think about. So let's bring it down to earth a bit. We're going to run a little thought experiment. Let's call it the universal mirror test. We're just going to hold up a mirror to all the different hats we wear every single day.
Okay, first, let's point that mirror at home. If every single spouse or parent had your exact qualities, the good, the bad, the stressed out, what would our homes actually feel like? Would they be these amazing places of support and love, or would they feel a little different?
Now, let's swing the mirror over to your job. I want you to think about your real attitude about work. You know, how you deal with colleagues, the effort you put in when no one's watching. If every single worker on this planet had that exact same mindset, would our global workforce be something we'd all celebrate?
And look, leadership isn't just about being a CEO or a manager. We all lead in some capacity, in our friend groups, in our families, in our communities. So if every one of those leaders, big and small, had your approach, would the world be a happier, better place because of it?
And here's the one that really hits home. What if we could just, copy and paste your core character, your values, your patience, your integrity into every single child of the next generation? Would that create a future that we could all be genuinely proud of? So, after going through all that, you probably have an answer bubbling up. And if your answer was a huge yes to everything, well, that is awesome. You were on a fantastic track. But for a lot of us, if we're being really honest, the answer might be no. Or at least, not always. And that is totally okay. That doesn't mean you failed. It just means there's an opportunity.
Because here's the thing. It doesn't matter what your answer was. There's this incredible idea that applies to every single one of us. It's all about stepping into what some people have called the largest room in the world.
So what is it? What's this massive, limitless space that we can all step into at any time? It's not a physical place, of course, but it has a name and it has a purpose that is universal for every single person listening right now.
It's the room for improvement. You can think of it like the school of self-improvement. And the best part? There are no applications, no tuition fees. You enroll the second you decide to consciously work on your attitude, your values, your habits. Because that's where all real success begins, right there, in your mind.
Okay, so we found this room for improvement. But here's the most important part. This is not just some private, personal project for you to work on alone. Your growth, your improvement, it creates a ripple effect that touches everyone. It's time to really understand the true power of being a good example.
When we think of heroes, we usually picture people in capes doing these huge, dramatic things. But this definition, it's way more down to earth. A hero is simply someone who lives as an example. In the long race of life, those are the real winners, because their positive influence keeps going long after they're gone.
And this quote just nails it. I mean, think about it. Even a genius like Albert Einstein realized that it wasn't some complex formula that inspires us to be better people. No, it's the simple, powerful example of good individuals. That's what pushes us towards better thoughts and ultimately better actions.
I absolutely love this way of thinking about it. Framing your example not as some heavy duty you have to carry, but as a gift you get to give. It really suggests that all the hard work you do on yourself might just be the most valuable thing you could ever offer the people in your life.
So, the big question is, how do we actually do it? How do we become that gift, that powerful example for others? Well, this last part is all about the how. It's about how you can join what's called the company of winners.
And the path forward is actually incredibly simple, which, of course, doesn't mean it's easy. Step 1 is just start now. Not tomorrow, not on Monday. Make a conscious, decisive choice to start changing your thinking today. And step 2, be a standard. Your goal is to become the kind of person that other people can genuinely look at and admire, respect, and even want to imitate.
When you boil it all down, this whole thing comes down to a simple choice. It's a decision to stop waiting around and to start becoming. You can make up your mind right here, right now, to join this company of winners, the people who make the world better just by the example they set.
So let's bring all of this right down to this very moment with one final practical question. As you go about the rest of your day, who will you be an example for today?